I thought I had. There it is. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's on speaker view. So, okay. All right. Scott, so since you're there, and we probably have 1 minute, so are you in San Antonio proper or in one of the suburbs?
San Antonio proper.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see.
We do
See if,
work the suburbs though as well.
what was that?
We work both the suburbs and property, so our
Okay.
team does.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Well, do you know Dusty Oglesby?
I do from Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah, I know Dusty well.
Yeah, well, that's funny because he had mentioned you. We're in Bold. He's our Bold instructor, and I'm not sure if you had already been on a call up here, and that just kind of put you back on my radar. And I thought, well, here's a guy that I need to connect with. Definitely reach out to. So I have this show every Tuesday at 10:30. And I've been fortunate. Again, today being kind of a holiday weekend, I'm not sure what kind of crowd to expect, but you know what? Those who chime in, I feel like um, my call is that I deliver meat, no salad, no appetizer. So everyone I bring on just delivers, a powerful message. And with your production, I think it's beneficial for people to know your story briefly, and it's you've got 15 minutes and you can chime in on whatever's on your heart, mindset, leadership, your production, whatever it is. So I appreciate your blessing us with your time. And you know what? It's time. So rock on, my brother.
I appreciate it. So again, my name is Scott Malouff. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I do have a team here with Keller Williams, and I'm in the Keller Williams Heritage office. Heritage is the #1 office in Keller Williams. We have 1,200 agents just in our office alone. We do have the #1 team inside of here. This year, we'll close around 550 units. And this is my 6th year in the business. I started as an individual agent 6 years ago. That year, I did 85 transactions by myself that year. And then year 2 is when I started growing the team. Year 2, 161 transactions, 3, 238. Year 4, 410, and then last year, 432. So every year we've been growing. This year we'll close the year out around 550 transactions by the end of the year. The way our team is structured is building a team inside of the team. So we have it traditionally like the same splits as a traditional team, yet they do have the opportunity to start a team underneath them where they get 5% of the agent underneath them as long as they both stay with the standards and they both stay inside of our organization. We do have 4 virtual transaction coordinators, as well as 1 in-house director of operations. We do have a full-time videographer and photographer in an ISA department. So that's kind of the way our team is structured. As far as mindset and leadership, that's one of the big things that we're about, as well as creating leadership inside of our team. True leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders, and our goal is to create more leaders inside of our organization. We're also, when it comes to mindset and coaching, that's one thing that we're big on. So like you were saying, Ben, about bold, my first year in the business, I had to bold 4 times that year. San Antonio just had got it a lot. Yet that's one thing that I was big on was bold. And I'm still big. I'm in bold right now. And I'm 15th time taking bold. You learn in bold that no man or woman stands in the same river twice. So who I was 5 years ago is not who I am today. So I've been able to grow into who I am becoming. And then goal setting. We're really big on goal setting in our team too. So we do our team's business planning clinic. We do what's called a GPS for each one of our team members, as well as our CGI calculator. GPS is the 1 big goal, the 3 priorities behind that goal, and your 5 strategies behind that priority. So we have that for each agent, as well as we know what production they need to hit for them to hit their personal goals. And then we have our team goal. And then we're big on culture too. So culture is something that we dive in. We do team trips. We do we go to family reunion together. We go to mega camp together. we're just very involved. We're more like a family environment inside of our team.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Nice, nice. So I'm sure you're planning on going to Orlando, right?
Yeah, we already have everything booked for that.
Nice. Where are you staying? Because I'm registered. I just haven't booked anything yet. So yeah.
We're at a Hilton. I don't know which Hilton it is. I know we're at a Hilton.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let me ask you this. Since you were, I guess, born in Germany, do you speak German at all?
I don't. My mom was in the Air Force, so
Okay.
I was born on the Air Force base there.
Oh, okay. Because my success manager, Christina, she's born and raised there. So I thought she would chime in and speak some of that, man.
I have a cousin. She stayed in Germany longer. My uncle was in the Air Force too. And she knows German fluently. So I let she'll be the one to talk to.
Right. Right. Nice. Nice. So tell me what. Let me make sure I got folks muted here. What would you like for us to know, about, your production, your philosophy, your entrepreneurial spirit? I mean, the floor is yours. I want this audience to know who Scott is, and if they have any referrals at all, make sure we send them down to you.
Okay, so when you start in the business, you start prospecting based, marketing enhanced, and then you move marketing enhanced, database driven, and then you start building that data bank. So making sure you have the tagging system for your database, also being able to prospect is something that you're passionate about. So for our team, we started what's called MaloufU.com. Y'all could go on there and sign up. You'll be able to see all the videos we have as far as training videos on for sale by owners, expireds, absentee lots, driving for dollars, listing presentation, buyer consultation, business mixers, client appreciation parties. I mean, we do, as far as all of that, each agent has their own niche that they dive into, mega open houses, and then understanding the scripts. So what we did on MaloufU for agents that come in our organization, each one has about a 5-minute video on that topic on how to do it. And then underneath it, we have the scripts, we have the standards, and we have the objection handlers. And then we have a written out step-by-step on how to do each activity. So that's one thing that our team does now. When I started, I was big on door knocking as well as for sale by owners. And then I built that database. Mindset's big when it comes to making those calls though. The word no stands for next opportunity. So you're going to hear the word no a lot, yet you know that there's going to be an opportunity for a yes coming soon. So that's one thing that's always been big on our end is like, okay, when I hear the word no, that means there's going to be an opportunity for a yes coming soon. So that's part of the mindset. And then when somebody hangs up the phone on you or certain things go on, we've had things happen where we're like, we get very fascinated. We don't use the word frustrated, we use fascinated. We get very fascinated on those situations, yet as long as we know we're coming for contribution and we're doing things for the right reasons, we continue to move on because we don't know what they got going on behind closed doors. And they could be having a bad moment at that day, yet that moment could have transitioned into something that you might have been the one to knock on their door and been up there at the wrong time. So we learned too that the biggest costume in this world is a smile. So people hide behind smiles, yet when something happens, they hang up the phone on you or slam the door on you. It's like, okay, I'm going to just continue to move on to my next opportunity. And that's all part of mindset. And training is good too. So I have 2 coaches. I have a MAPS coach who is Jordan Freed. And then I have a Zig Ziglar certified coach too, that helps when it comes to the Wheel of Life. So those are the 2 coaches I have. For our team, we do go to church together. So we're not just a team that just comes to work. We also go to church on Sundays together, as well as we work out. Like we have a gym here that gave us a free membership to work out there. So we work out together. So when we look at the Wheel of Life, we do actually do a lot of those things together as a team.
Wow, I'm hearing do not just do business together, but do life together. I think that's powerful.
Yeah, you have to be able to have those different spokes, because of Keller Williams is God family business, and if you're truly
Amen.
going to run a business like that, you have to have that environment. And then again, when it comes to mindset, we learn there's no such thing as a bad day. There's just bad moments, and it's how you let moments affect you on how your day is going to go. In life, we have defining moments, and in a defining moment, you can become a victim or you can become victorious. And when we're victorious, no matter the situation, when things happen, that's when we're able to overcome situations. Now, we never look down on somebody unless we're helping them up. And our goal is to be able to help each person be able to move from one season into the next season of life. Yet a lot of times people are in past seasons, yet it's transitioning to victorious and figuring out, okay, this was just a matter of 5 minutes. If it's not going to matter in 5 years, why is it going to matter in 5 minutes? We have to learn to let it go. Have it kind of like a light switch. A lot of people, when situations happen, they're kind of like a hot iron. When it gets unplugged, they're still hot for a while. Yeah, you got to have that light switch mentality. Memory of a goldfish, 5 seconds, hit it out.
Wow, Scott, I hear a lot of bold influence in you, which I really love because I think this is currently my 11th time, and I tell folks it's been very instrumental in my business, and I think in just my philosophy, my view on business and entrepreneurship. So I appreciate you sharing that. So tell me, with a team as large as yours, what's the biggest challenge you face, and then back that up with something that you guys are just knocking it out of the park with.
It's just the day-to-day. You have to remotivate. Like Zig Ziglar says, motivation you have to do daily, kind of like bathing. So you have to remotivate yourself daily. And that's something with people, things happen. So it's remotivating them, going over their why, making sure that they get back on track if things were to fall off. When your team gets to a certain size, you learn an extreme ownership. You can only truly lead around 5 to 6 people really good. So having those leaders inside of the team that are able to help too, because that's the big thing, is having those leaders that are going to help when I'm not around, help the organization. And then for our team, knocking it out the park right now, I think it's the culture. Our culture is really like right now in the office, everybody's here. I mean, it's just energy is high every day. So our culture is something that I feel it's hard to match.
So are you with today being kind of weird into this holiday? Because again, Dusty said it, I say it all the time. I mean, this is, Thursday is Thanksgiving, so it's a holiday. It's not a Halloween. And I'm finding, right, I'm finding a lot of folks here in the office have kind of, they're chilling, they're not around. And I'm sitting here thinking, we still have another day or two to get something accomplished. So
today's a good day to be doing your Popeyes, your pot pies, meeting up with your clients, doing like I'm Lebanese, so I have this baklava trays that I'm taking to our top 40 clients within the next 2 days. So I'm doing that this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon to our top 40 VIP that I personally have in my data bank. And then the agents inside of the team, they're doing their top 20 as well. And then we're getting ready for our client appreciation party next month. We have an R&B group coming down 112. They used to have this song.
Yeah, Come on, 112.
Yeah, Peaches and Cream and Cupid. So they're performing at our client appreciation party, and then we're doing a casino night. We're giving away a trip to Vegas, some TVs, a couple other things. So we'll have around 2,000 people at our client appreciation party next month. So right now we're just locking in all the sponsors, and that's the good thing about working with so many different people with a team this size. You have so many different businesses that you work with. We're actually able to, the events costing around $45,000 for everything. And with our sponsors, we're paying nothing out of pocket. So we were able to get the whole thing paid for just through sponsorship from vendors and title and home warranty and insurance and just different businesses, pizzerias, and different people that we work with on a daily basis. So it's a blessing to be able to do that. And it's also a blessing to be able to have it paid for just through relationships.
Nice. And Scott, I hear most folks on the call don't really understand zero-based marketing. And I think that you can only have that type of support when you're supporting them. And so, again, I think being a man of integrity, when you're scratching their back, they don't have a problem chiming in and supporting this type of effort.
Yeah, coming out with like a Who to Know Wednesday, and every Wednesday come out with a different business would be good for your business. So doing that business to business relationship, having a video, even if you do it just with your phone until you can, because we lead with revenue. So until you can afford to hire a videographer, just do it with your cell phone and do a Who to Know Wednesday. Now, when you do your client appreciation parties, have a videographer there and have a little, even if it's a small one, say you have 40 people, 30 people at your client appreciation event or dinner, having a little room set aside for testimonials, and then knock out those 30 testimonials at that client appreciation party, because then every Tuesday you'll have content for the next 30 weeks. And then every Tuesday you have a testimonial Tuesday, yeah, you got it all knocked out at that one event. So that's something that you can do inside of your business. And that keeps you top of mind. So every Tuesday you're doing testimonial Tuesdays, every Wednesday you're doing Who to Know Wednesdays.
Who to Know Wednesdays, okay. Well, I think it's so timely because we just had Kristen Cole on the other day, and Kristen was talking about, Kelly, what was that she was mentioning?
The Who Luck.
Yeah, Who Luck. And that was basically, it's like, it's about relationships. And again, who do you know that can lead to other opportunities? And she's had an opportunity to do so many wonderful things. And it all came from two relationships with Dave Ramsey and Gary Keller. So I think that, am I wrong? I'm sorry, not Dave Ramsey. Dang, what's the other one? Come on, Kelly, help me out.
Atwell.
Who?
Atwell.
No one Atwell was?
No, Maxwell, John Maxwell.
Yeah, John Maxwell. Yeah, that's right. Right. Thank you for that. So again, Scott, I like that. So the testimonial Tuesdays and the Wednesdays. So again, guys, I think that's something that is easy to add to your plate. And it'll continue to separate you from the masses. And I think that's what we're all looking for, is how, again, in the sea of so many agents, what's your unique selling proposition? What makes you different and what makes you unique? And Scott, I think that you've shared a number of things that clearly separate you guys from the competition. And when you're talking about 1,200 agents, we thought we've got a large office here at Dallas Preston Road, because we're almost 600, and that San Antonio office is crazy. It's crazy.
It is. The big thing about putting that content out is we're real estate agents, not secret agents. And you want to put that out there as much as possible to people, so people know that.
Well, you know what? I want to be mindful of your time, and so our time is up. But Scott, is there any parting words? Is there anything else that we should know or that you want us to know as we get ready to rock this holiday?
Just stay focused, stay on the grind. Right now is when a lot of agents take off. So that means there's a lot of market share to take over. And, only this time it's still homes are selling and people are buying. So stay focused. Don't get, do your family time. And when it's family time, be purposeful about that. Yet when it's time to be working in your business, make sure you're working in your business too, and you're purposeful about your time.
I love it. I love it. And again, I appreciate you mentioned stay on the grind, because that's the name of my show. It's called Rise and Grind, right?
Rise and Grind.
So, and guys, I appreciate everyone who's chimed in. Like Scott said, you know what? Let's enjoy family when it's family time. And there is an opportunity, and especially now to knock it out of the park. Let's finish. I think the last, probably 28 actual working days, or the next 40 days. Let's be mindful that there's an opportunity to take some lion's share that we will not give back. So let's go take our unfair share. Isn't that what we say here at Keller Williams? Right.
Yeah. Right now is a good time to be telling your database or talking to your database and coaching your database on during any conversations they have during the holidays. If you hear anything real estate, make sure that you're the one that they talk to. that you're a raving fan, that you create those raving fan relationships. And then if you do know anybody that's looking to sell the home next year or buy a home next year, get them in those reps right now. Listing agreements, post-date them if you have to. Because right now is when somebody could be at their Thanksgiving dinner and say, oh, I'm going to sell my house. Oh, you got to talk to my agent. Well, I already signed a listing agreement with XYZ. So get them locked in now. That's what we're doing, just post-dating them. It's a little gray to do that, yet I know that you want to lock them in. So
Nice. I love it. I love it. Well, guys, I appreciate you. Scott, feel free next week. We've got, I believe, the #1 luxury agent in Keller Williams will be joining us. Just a little tease, and I promise you they'll deliver meat just the way Scott has. So, Scott, if there's anything that we can do here in the DFW area, please feel free to reach out, and we'll definitely reciprocate that way also.
awesome. We appreciate it. I'll see y'all in Orlando.
Absolutely. Look forward to it. Look forward to it. Guys, be well. And again, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes of your time. And again, let's go knock it out of the park this next day or so. And then make sure we enjoy Thanksgiving, because we've all got so many things to be thankful for, even when things are challenging, like with my family. We're blessed that my father is still with us. And hopefully we'll be able to enjoy Thursday. It'll be different, but we still have that opportunity. So we'll see you guys next week, and let's go take a listing.